In the glittering world of daytime television, where drama unfolds on screen daily, real-life twists can sometimes eclipse even the most intense soap opera storylines. Fans of the bold and the beautiful know Jacqueline MacInnes Wood as the fierce and resilient Steffi Forrester, a character who's no stranger to heartache and triumph. But off-screen, Jacqueline's life has taken a turn that's left her global fanbase holding their breath. Just days ago, the actress welcomed her newborn daughter, Lily May Rispoli, into the world, filling her home with unbridled joy. Alongside her husband, Elong Rispoli, Jacqueline was basking in the glow of new motherhood. Little did they know, a devastating diagnosis loomed, threatening to shatter their happiness. The story began like a fairy tale. Jacqueline, 38, had been eagerly anticipating the arrival of her little girl after a smooth pregnancy that she shared glimpses of on social media. Friends and colleagues from the bold and the beautiful flooded her with well wishes, celebrating the expansion of her family. Elong, a successful film producer, was by her side throughout the labor, his face beaming with pride as he held their daughter for the first time. "She's our little miracle," Jacqueline reportedly whispered, cradling Lily in her arms. The couple chose the name Lily May Rispoli to honor family traditionally evoking the purity of a flower, and may a nod to cherished relatives. Photos from the hospital room showed the new parents glowing, with Lily's tiny fingers wrapped around her mother's, a perfect picture of familial bliss. But as the hours ticked by, subtle signs emerged that something was amiss. Lily seemed unusually lethargic, her cries weaker than expected for a newborn. Nurses monitored her closely, but it wasn't until the pediatrician arrived with a grave expression that the nightmare truly began. "We need to run some tests immediately," the doctor said, his voice steady but laced with urgency. Jacqueline and Elong exchanged worried glances, their joy morphing into quiet fear. Blood work and scans followed in a whirlwind, the hospital room transforming from a haven of celebration into a hub of medical activity. The diagnosis hit like a thunderbolt: sepsis. The doctor explained that the infection had likely stemmed from bacteria entering Lily's bloodstream during or shortly after birth. In newborns, whose immune systems are still developing, sepsis can spread rapidly, triggering a cascade of complications. Jacqueline clutched Elong's hand as the physician outlined the risk: systemic inflammation that could overwhelm the body's defenses, leading to fever, rapid breathing, and, in severe cases, failure of vital organs like the kidneys, liver, and lungs. "It's a fight for her life," the doctor admitted, his words hanging heavy in the air. Lily was whisked to the neonatal intensive care unit (NICU), hooked up to monitors, and for lines pumping antibiotics and fluids into her fragile body. As the news spread, the couple's world narrowed to the sterile hum of the NICU. Jacqueline, still recovering from childbirth, spent every waking moment by Lily's incubator, her eyes red from tears and exhaustion. Elong paced the halls, making calls to specialists and rallying support from family. "We're not giving up," he vowed, his voice cracking. Friends from the bold and the beautiful cast, including co-stars like Catherine Kelly Lang and Torsten Kay, sent messages of love and offered to help in any way. One castmate even arranged for a private prayer circle, drawing on the tight-knit bonds formed over years on set. The unfolding drama intensified as Lily's condition fluctuated. In the first 24 hours, her fever spiked dangerously, and doctors warned of potential organ stress. Jacqueline described the agony in a hushed update to close friends. "Every beep from the machine feels like a countdown." Elong, drawing strength from his own experiences in high-pressure film productions, coordinated with a team of experts, exploring experimental treatments and second opinions. Whispers of hope emerged when a slight improvement in Lily's vital signs appeared after an aggressive round of antibiotics. But sepsis is unpredictable. One moment of progress could be followed by a setback, like the sudden drop in her oxygen levels that sent alarms blaring through the unit. Nights blurred into days as the Rispolys navigated this emotional roller coaster. Jacqueline found solace in small ritual-sing lullabies through the incubator's portholes, or placing a tiny stuffed animal nearby as a symbol of home. Elong shared stories of their life together, painting pictures of the future. Lily's first steps in their sunlit backyard, family vacations to the beach. Yet, the shadow of uncertainty loomed large. Medical staff emphasized that sepsis in infants can escalate to multi-organ dysfunction syndrome, where the body's inflammatory response turns against itself, potentially causing irreversible damage. "She could turn the corner at any time," one nurse confided, "or we might lose her." Amid the tension, glimmers of a potential miracle began to surface. A renowned pediatric infectious disease specialist flew in from across the country, consulted by a connection from Elan's industry network. This expert proposed a tailored treatment protocol, combining cutting-edge antimicrobials with supportive therapies to bolster Lily's tiny frame. Family members gathered virtually, sharing prayers and positive energy. Jacqueline, channeling the resilience of her on-screen alter ego Steffi, posted a subtle message online, holding on to hope. "Our Lily is a fighter." Fans responded in droves, trending prayerfully and sharing stories of their own battles with similar illnesses, creating a wave of communal support. As the hours stretched, a pivotal moment arrived during a late-night vigil. Lily's monitors showed stabilizing rhythms, her heart rate steadying, inflammation markers dipping slightly. Doctors cautioned it was early, but Elan squeezed Jacqueline's hand, whispering, "This could be it." The couple allowed themselves a fragile smile, daring to imagine bringing their daughter home. Yet, the threat remained. Sepsis's grip could tighten without warning, pulling Lily back into peril. In this heart-wrenching saga, Jacqueline and Elan's story mirrors the dramatic highs and lows that define the bold and the beautiful. From the euphoria of birth to the brink of loss, their journey underscores the fragility of life and the power of unwavering love. Will Lily defy the odds, emerging as the miracle her parents so desperately need? Or will tragedy strike, testing their bond in unimaginable ways? As the world watches, one thing is clear: in the face of such adversity, hope persists, fragile yet fierce, much like the tiny girl at its center. The Ruspolis have requested privacy during this time, but updates from trusted sources suggest the fight continues. For now, Lily May Ruspoli remains in the NICU, her fate hanging in the balance, a poignant reminder that even in Hollywood, real life can deliver the most compelling plot twists. Next, we will uncover the pulse-pounding developments in the bold and the beautiful for the week of August 4th, where high-stakes rescues, shattering confessions, and unexpected alliances promise to shake up the lives of our favorite characters. From Ridge Forrester's frantic dash to Italy to thwart a romantic proposal, to John Finnegan's unyielding quest for truth that exposes a massive deception, and the ripple effects touching everyone from Liam Spencer to Sheila Carter, this week's episodes are packed with edge-of-your-seat moments. We'll explore each twist in vivid detail, weaving in fresh elements like hidden motives and dramatic settings to heighten the intrigue, all while centering on the core revelations that could forever alter alliances and affections in the glamorous yet turbulent world of the Forresters and Logans. Diving right into the medical mystery that's gripping Los Angeles, Finn's suspicions reach a boiling point following his tense exchange with Grace Buckingham. The dedicated doctor, known for his sharp diagnostic skills and unwavering ethics, can't shake the unease sparked by Grace's jittery behavior during his earlier questioning alongside Bridget Forrester. Picture Finn in his cluttered office at the hospital, surrounded by stacks of medical journals and glowing computer screens as he pores over digital archives late into the night, his brow furrowed in determination. Grace had appeared flustered, her hands fidgeting with her stethoscope while offering half-hearted explanations about Liam's inexplicable recovery from a dire surgery. Undeterred, Finn ramps up his investigation, perhaps enlisting a tech-savvy colleague to hack into obscure medical databases or even tracing international calls linked to the elusive surgeon. His persistence pays off when he stumbles upon inconsistencies in the records, leading to a charged confrontation where Grace, cornered in a dimly lit hospital corridor, tries to deflect with evasive tales of miraculous cures. But Finn's probing questions chip away at her defenses, and by Wednesday, she's on the verge of breaking, her voice cracking as she begins to spill the shocking details of the fabricated illness. This moment adds a new layer of tension, with Finn grappling with his own ethical dilemma. Should he report Grace immediately, or give her a chance to make amends? The air thickens with the weight of betrayal, setting the stage for an emotional unraveling that no one in the Forrester circle could have anticipated. Building on this bombshell, Finn takes decisive action to ensure the truth reaches those most affected, insisting that Grace reveal everything to Liam Spencer right away. With a sense of urgency, they make their way to the sprawling estate of Bill Spencer, a luxurious haven of manicured gardens and towering fountains that contrast sharply with the storm brewing inside. Liam and Hope Logan, perhaps enjoying a quiet afternoon on the sun-drenched patio with cups of herbal tea and light conversation about their future, caught completely off guard by the unexpected visitors. Their confusion mounts as Finn, his expression grave and resolute, urges Grace to come clean about the brain cancer hoax that has manipulated their lives. Grace, her face pale and eyes darting nervously, starts her confession haltingly, perhaps revealing how the scheme began as a desperate bid to protect a family secret, but spiraled into a web of lies involving falsified scans and staged treatments. Liam's eyes widen in disbelief, his hands clenching the armrests of his chair, while Hope gasps, her mind racing through memories of the fear and relief they've endured. The room fills with a palpable alarm as the full extent of the deception unfolds. New, invented details might include Grace admitting to enlisting a shady accomplice for fake medical props, or how she timed the cure to coincide with a major family event. This revelation not only stuns the couple, but forces them to question every recent decision, from business deals to personal reconciliations, potentially fracturing their trust in medical professionals and each other moving forward. Shifting gears to the supporting threads that add even more flavor to the week's drama, Donna Logan finds herself in the loop courtesy of a heartfelt update from Eric Forrester. In a cozy corner of the Forrester Creations design studio, surrounded by sketches of elegant gowns and bolts of shimmering fabric, Eric pulls Donna aside for a private chat. His voice laced with concern as he shares the latest whispers from his network of contacts. This exchange might include Eric hinting at broader family implications, like how the unfolding events could impact upcoming fashion launches. Meanwhile, Taylor Hayes, back in her serene home office adorned with psychology books and family photos, can't help but ponder the mysteries brewing in Italy. Her thoughts drifting to vivid imaginings of Ridge amidst ancient ruins and bustling markets. Her curiosity spikes, perhaps prompting her to make discreet calls to mutual friends abroad for any sightings. Adding an inventive spark, Sheila Carter and Lee Finnegan cross paths in an unlikely setting, a bustling coffee shop near the hospital, where their conversation takes a surprising turn, exchanging barbed pleasantries that evolve into a tentative alliance over shared suspicions about recent tragedies, leaving both women wide-eyed at the unexpected common ground they've discovered. The Italian escapade takes center stage as Eric Forrester delivers a game-changing revelation to Ridge, igniting a chain of events filled with romance and peril. During a tense phone call from the opulent Forrester mansion, Eric discloses spotting a glittering engagement ring in Nick Marone's possession, whispering urgently, "I saw a ring, he think he's gonna propose." This news hits Ridge like a thunderbolt, stirring a whirlwind of jealousy and protectiveness for Brooke Logan, the woman who's been his enduring muse through years of passion and heartbreak. Without hesitation, Ridge books the next flight to Naples, his mind racing with visions of historic piazzas and azure bays as he strategizes how to intervene. Upon arrival, he rushes to the bustling harbor, the salty sea air whipping around him, and spots Brooke lounging on the deck of Nick's sleek speedboat, her laughter carrying over the waves. Ridge calls out desperately, his voice echoing across the water, but Nick, noticing the intrusion, throttles the engine, accelerating away in a spray of foam. Chaos ensues when a sudden malfunction in the boat's hydraulics, perhaps triggered by a hidden mechanical flaw or rough seas, causes Nick to lose control, the vessel veering wildly amid the choppy Mediterranean currents. In a heart-racing climax, Ridge watches in sheer horror from the shoreline as Brooke, caught off balance by the boat's erratic movements, tumbles overboard into the frothing waves. The scene unfolds like a high-drama thriller, with Brooke's cries muffled by the water and seagulls circling overhead. Driven by pure instinct and deep-seated love, Ridge strips off his jacket and plunges into the sea, his powerful strokes cutting through the currents as he swims toward her flailing form. New elements could include Ridge battling strong undertows or dodging floating debris from nearby vessels, all while flashbacks of their shared history, romantic getaways, and whispered promise fuel his determination. As he reaches Brooke, pulling her to the surface with labored breaths, the question hangs in the balance: will Ridge's heroic efforts save her life? Or will this near tragedy become the catalyst for even greater upheavals in their intertwined destinies? Wrapping up this week's explosive spoilers for the bold and the beautiful, the convergence of these storylines from Finn's truth-seeking mission that dismantles Grace's facade and stuns Liam and Hope, to the peripheral updates involving Donna, Taylor, Sheila, and Lee, culminating in Ridge's daring rescue attempt in Naples Centure's non-stop excitement. Each revelation and action underscores the themes of deception, loyalty, and redemption that define the show, leaving fans eager for resolutions and new complications. Tune in daily to see if Ridge emerges as Brooke's savior, how the confession reshapes lives, and what surprises the supporting characters have in store. The drama in this soap opera paradise is far from over, promising more twists that will keep you hooked.